Hello guys, welcome to another live stream. Happy Saturday. Last day of the year, 2022. It's finishing. And yeah, embracing a new year. 2023 is about to start. So new year, new goals and new challenges. And some may say new me, right? It's the moment for everyone to kind of try to recreate themselves or to start defining new goals. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you don't have a system in place, you don't have a process in place, and you are not disciplined and consistent. Doesn't matter. The goals that you are setting up for the new year, you are not going to follow them. So yeah, focus on those systems and processes that you have, and if you do that, reach for big targets, not easy ones, but things that you maybe not even think that it's possible to achieve. Try to do that, and even if you fall short, it's better than anything else. Yeah, so that's kind of the work I've been doing this last week. Finding new goals, financially, self-development, trading-wise, family, relationships, and so on. The markets, right? This is what happened this year. We can take a look into it. So yeah, welcome if you are new to the live stream, and welcome if you haven't subscribed, please do so. I always do a live stream on Saturdays where I do my weekly analysis, and then I do another one on Tuesday, maybe follow up for the and maybe looking at the market as well for the remaining days of the week, updating from how the market opened that weekend, that Monday. But usually Tuesdays it's more for educational content. If you have any topic that you'd like me to cover, I can cover more on that live stream. Saturdays is literally weekly analysis for the week ahead. And yeah, if you find any key levels, any asset that you want me to take a look at, let me know, and we can discuss and try to see key levels together. That is happening already a few times during this live stream, and a few of them actually played out quite nicely. So yeah, welcome to the live stream. So this is what you can see. This is how what happened during 2022. This is the indices. We can see basically NASDAQ is closing the year with a minus 33%. So basically all the indices, the major indices, in a bearish market during this year. Some of them managed to recover quite nicely. Dow Jones, it was way worse back in end of October at minus 20%. It's closing the year at minus 8.82%. Interesting enough, FTSE 100 has been actually finishing the year positive, which is interesting, and it's kind of steady. Not many oscillations in here, and finishing the year actually in a positive way with plus 1.74%. DAX minus 13, S&P minus 19. It reached the low of the year again beginning of October at minus 24%, something like that. Then yeah, finishing the year now at almost minus 20. And let's see what's going to happen in 2023, right? Are we going to continue in this bearish market? Are we going to go into recession? What the Fed is going to be doing? So this year is basically the year of the inflation, the year of the central bankers hiking the interest rates. And basically there was one sentence that was quite visible in the markets, which was good news are bad news and bad news are good news. That's how the market has been reacting during this year. Next year, personally, I think it's going to start being the opposite, or kind of actually bad news is going to be actually bad news. We're going to see the effects in the economy of all these hikes. The job market is going to take a hit. Most likely, we're going to start paying more attention, for example, to the NFP. I think that's going to be one of the indicators to start paying attention to during this year. It has been mostly CPI this year. Anything related to inflation, it was the big catalyst in the market. It was kind of CPI and then FOMC, CPI, FOMC, CPI, FOMC. always trying to understand what the Fed will do. Of course, ECB as well. It was something that matters in there. Yes, next year I think we're going to start shifting a little bit away from CPI data, which is still going to be important, but I think the market and the Fed, mostly it's already announcing that's going to start reducing the hikes. So yeah, the data regarding to the economy, I think is going to start being a key factor to play with. And when they actually eventually the economy or to start having the hike in the interest in the NFP, jobless rate to increase, I think that's when you're going to have the strong sell-off, the big move to the downside in the indices. Looking a little bit at the currencies, just to see which one has been outperforming or not. Basically, the dollar has been the strongest one. We can see that, yeah, the euro compared with the dollar, basically almost -6%, pound -10%. It has been one of the worst ones. Of course, the yen performing with -12. Yeah, basically everything. The dollar kind of increased value comparing with any other major currency in here. At the end, of course, we have seen a big reaction already. It was after middle of October with the intervention of the BOJ. We also saw the big reverse as well in the pound. That was at the end of September when, again, the Bank of England also interviewed with the guilds. Yeah, we have seen some central bankers doing some kind of intervention in the market to try to push the currency, which was kind of in a completely free fall and now recovering a little bit. So yeah, so now let's take a look actually at what's going on in here and what can you expect for the first week of the year. Dollar index, interesting. It actually closed at basically yesterday. It took the lows. It has been in this range for the last 2-3 weeks, basically since the 14th of December. So for the last, basically 2 weeks or so, we have been in this range in here. Price was trading around this level. Spend a lot of time in here. Euro dollar kind of doing similar stuff. It was kind of the hardest pairs to trade, for example, comparing with the yen pairs these last 2 weeks. But something that I was looking for, and I mentioned a few times already, I was looking for the dollar to go below this low one more time. I didn't really like where this low was reacting to on the left side. Basically, price was creating this double low in there, and I was looking for the dollar to continue this move to the downside. This is a nice compression. Eventually, I'm expecting price to break, kind of have the turn. I was looking for price to turn, at least to wait until we break this low again. Maybe now next week we are able to have that momentum to occur. And when we do have that, most likely it's going to be quite a quick move to the upside on the dollar, right? It has been since which day was this? Since the 21st of November that we created this high and price has been moving down. So it has been basically 1.5 months on this bearish move from here. I believe that eventually when you do turn, it's going to be quite fast. Maybe in a week or something like that. In a week or so, or 2 weeks, maybe we have actually the full retrace all the way until here, and then price can do whatever it wants, and maybe it's just resume the move to the downside. I'm still going to keep an eye on these levels on the dollar and anything close to this extreme as well, like close to the highs, to see how price is going to behave eventually when it turns. Hey Foden, Kalispera, Ikanis, welcome man, welcome to the stream. One of my number one attendees of the live streaming. It was a pleasure to meet you this year. Happy New Year as well. It's quite early, or a bit early. You're going to celebrate it before me, so you're going to pass the year 2 hours before me. Welcome man, welcome to the stream. Let's try to predict what to expect next year on the first week of the year. Are we going to have a turn or not? Are we going to have finally a kind of reversal, or price is going to kind of move a little bit further down before maybe turning? So yes, looking at the dollar, this was exactly what I was looking at for the last few weeks. Anytime I made this the streams, this supply, especially when I saw that this supply was still being respected, price didn't really break through. I even increased my confidence or my belief that actually would eventually break this low. The second supply that we had in here, it was this one, something that I also paid attention to. This week, this kind of in here never really got there, so there was still space all the way until this supply. So it was another barrier that I was looking at or paying attention to hold price down, to hold the dollar down. It retested quite a few times, so in the future, eventually when price goes back there, not really expecting for it to hold anymore. I'm not even sure if it actually end up touching it, so maybe there's a little bit of a reaction to have above this double top, but eventually I'm expecting price to continue and break all these levels, and maybe going first until here, and with the potential to go much higher in the future, maybe somewhere in here as well, just above this size. So yeah, dollar, interesting enough, it broke the low yesterday in the evening. The euro hasn't broken that high, but next year is our year. It is indeed, man. I'm looking for 2023, man. Many things to happen, and I'm super excited for what's coming. The market, I think, we are going to continue to have a bearish market in the indices, but I'm looking forward for what's coming. So yeah, where next for the dollar? We do have this retest, this high in here from COVID back in 2020. This could hold price a little bit. We may target all the way until this low, and you can maybe go all the way until here to look maybe for a deep retracement. Even if you do have that retracement, price can maybe just retest this level and then continue to go down. So I'll be paying attention to see exactly where the low is going to be reacting from. Like if by any chance, if the low is reacting from, let's pretend that it reached kind of a good demand zone, right? There's not exactly a break of a level in there. If it kind of reacts a good demand, there's maybe a chance that you actually may have even a deeper retracement. If by any chance, if for example, if it turns now that you just broke these lows, I will see this one as an engulf to the downside, and I'm definitely going to be expecting to see price eventually in the future to go retest or to go break these lows. Maybe price can just do this and maybe resume to the downside. So this is the compression that we can see. This is the daily time frame. Definitely expecting eventually for price to fill all this and maybe even go there. And yeah, this level in here, this level somewhere in there, it's kind of a good level to pay attention to in the future. We have all these highs, something to pay attention to as well. Let's see, our price is going to be high close to this lows. Man is getting married. No, man. No. Jeez, don't even say that, man. My girlfriend watches the stream sometimes, man. Don't say that. Oh man, no, not yet. Not yet, man. Yeah, what do you think about the dollar? Where do you think we are going to? Are you going to reverse? Are you going to continue to move a little bit further down? Are you going to respect this left shoulder? Where are you going? Are you going to go below this level? Are you going to maybe 100 mark? 100 somewhere in there. Looking at the weekly time frame as well. So we literally just took this low all the way until there. That was nice. So something that I wanted to see. Monthly. So we have this left shoulder, for example. Yeah, I have this level in here. Let's see how price is going to behave somewhere in here. You can even go all the way back there, down there. You can actually go all the way back to this level 101 and even take this low before the turn. But you do have maybe this level in here that can hold price. Can hold price for now. But yes, targeting this low could be an option. It could be an option all the way until here. That could be a scenario. Let me just take a look into this. So this is on the lower time frame. This is what you can see in here a little bit. I have this level in here, 103.027. Okay. Of course, then you have that one. This demand in here. So basically, this will just actually draw this the other way around. Did price reach there or not? Are you going to be trading this level above it or all the way until there? This one, and this is the low, right? So this one actually is already maybe an engulf down of this. Is this correctly? Am I drawing this correctly? Something like that. Okay, let's just make this properly. Settings. No, it's not this one. There about trading view. 141 411. Okay, perfect. There's maybe some demand still in here at all these lows, but I think if price does reach this low, I think it's going to take it. There's maybe something in there. Yeah, so if you do target all the way below this low, yeah, something in here could be an option. Yeah, at around 100. We have this one, you have this high. We have this decision in here. There's this decision, and I don't know if price actually reached this level. So we have this kind of to the upside, and we have the wick to the downside, which stopped in there, and I'm not sure if price eventually actually took that level. So somewhere in there could be a good option below this low, or can even target straight away just this demand. This level in there, not sure if that will touch it or not. Not going to draw that one. But yeah, maybe somewhere in here, 172. There's something in here before that to pay attention. So we had this low. This is the low that we just took. There was a double low in there. We just took that low. Some reaction from here. I'm actually curious to see how price is going to happen. Not exactly Monday. I'm expecting Monday to be similar day like 26th of December. It's bank holiday almost everywhere in the world, so I don't think there's going to be even opportunities to trade. But on Tuesday, I'm curious to see how the year is going to start. So this is what you can see in here. Just delete this. So price had reacted from that level. Something in here and something in there to pay attention to. Maybe this was already took it, already reacted from there. So yeah, this one is still fresh, and we can go all the way below. Yeah, let's see. A few zones in there. If there is first, I'm buying. Who is going higher, I think, after maybe retrace next week, or it will straight break the highs. You mean if it retraces first without breaking the highs, you're going to be buying at 0.626, right? Yeah, maybe. Again, the euro, I'm going to be looking at euro in a bit. I'm okay with where is reacting to the highs. Of course, I didn't like that price spent these last 2-3 weeks in that range. So I wouldn't mind to see a new high being created before maybe a turn down. I wanted to see more this low being created on the dollar index, comparing with the need for the euro to break a new high or to create a new high. but that can happen. I didn't feel like the way price spent so much time in that range, but eventually I'm expecting the turn on the euro. So yeah, curious to see on the dollar where we can maybe go and react from. Somewhere in there as well, some kind of reaction can occur on the dollar. So this is for the dollar index. We took the lows. It was something important. Eventually, I'm going to be paying attention to see when do we have that kind of engulf to the upside. That maybe be the trigger for the turn, because I'm expecting eventually to see how this is being filled, and even with the potential to go a little bit higher. So we're paying attention to that. Euro index. Euro index is another one that we have been looking for this bullish move. Price reached a good target, reacted from it. Natural target when you are looking for a trade from there. A barrier, it will be always kind of this level of structure that is created just before the final push up. This kind of a previous level of resistance becomes support, and in reality there was this little demand in there, right? There is this little zone that price was still left behind, and kind of it reacted from it now. I can actually kind of throw it, whatever. Yep, reacted from there. So curious to see how price is going to behave somewhere in here. So already took this high. We are kind of made out this compression to the upside. We may have actually broken a little bit these lows. So curious to see if price does this. In terms of levels to still keep an eye on, eventually I wouldn't be surprised if you do go above and take out these highs in here. Maybe all the way until there. This high in here never really reached that level. So yeah, but I wouldn't mind to see a retrace on the euro for now. I'm okay with their prices reacting. Of course, if it breaks above it, different story is going to may play out. There's even the chance of just faking out a little bit this high. But if it breaks above this level, personally, I think eventually we're going to get closer to this level and take at least this high from here. Yeah, take this high from there. There's maybe still something in here that I'll be looking for the euro index. The yen index, that has been a good move. Again, kind of retesting the high, retesting previous level of resistance. Such a basic behavior. Initially there was this little zone in here, price respected it, but now it just continued. There's a little bit of a level still at the highs. There's a little bit of a level still here close to this zone, that maybe these highs, these candles in here didn't really reacted from. Nevertheless, I think we are going to have a new higher high, and we are going to fake out this double top that we have in here. So price basically created this double top. I think we are going to break that. We have seen most of the yen pairs to resume that move to the downside. Dollar yen hasn't really broken the lows. I think it's going to break the lows. I've been looking for that to happen as well. Yeah, the yen pairs really this week, or these last 2 weeks, has been one of kind of the best ones in terms of looking for opportunities. There is actually some movement happening, proper momentum, or completely opposite to what we have seen on the euro dollar, for example. Yes, I'm going to be looking to see how price could behave from here. We do have this demand zone, so as long as price still continue to respect this level, maybe continuation to move to the upside can occur. If by any chance if you break below this level, then maybe there's a chance to go down, and you can even break the level first, maybe retest this, and then go down in there. This was actually one of the last supply levels in here that was still fresh, and that's where price went to. Yep, that's where price went to. This is where it matters as well to look into the lower time frame, right? This is the one of the weeks. There's a kind of a demand zone in alignment with that previous supply. This is where price kind of stopped and created this space in here. That's exactly where price targeted, and eventually it moved there. And it's interesting to see how price first actually kind of break a little bit these highs, give indication where it wants to go next, but still create a new low, and then there you go. You have such a nice pattern in here. This is a really good pattern of a reversal pattern that you can identify quite often. Price getting closer to a level, break the highs to the upside. It looks like it's already ready to go. People are going to be looking to look for longs at this demand zone or close to these lows. Price still make a strong move down, fake out this level, and now it kind of goes and turns. So yeah, this is I call it engulf fake out setup. Engulf first to the upside, and then the fake out, and then price kind of goes and continues. So yeah, looking to see what the yen is going to do. Indices, let's go to S&P. S&P 500. As we saw, basically it closed at minus 20% for the year, 19, something like that. It's in the middle. It's in the middle of this range now. From this low back in October all the way to this high. Somewhere in here we have this clear demand zone. It was a key level that we were looking at since last week, and we are within this range, right? So basically price created a new supply in there, now created a new demand, and it kind of the supply, new demand, and kind of is trading in between these levels. It was actually interesting to see. Actually price in this case went a little bit below. Yeah, just targeting this level in there to tracing. I was actually looking for price to go a little bit lower in here from these lows. So the S&P actually missed a little bit kind of the level that I was looking for. NASDAQ, on the other hand, it reacted perfectly from the demand that I was looking for. And even in here, and noticing the big correlation that there is between all these indices, they're actually trading at the different levels. NASDAQ went all the way almost close to the lows. S&P is trading basically in the middle. Dow Jones is almost trading at close to the highs. So even if there is this correlation, the strength of the movement is quite different, or where they are. It's still quite different. So apparently the last trading day of the year, it finished with a strong move up. Actually, if you look at the daily candle, it's almost a non-event, right? It went down and it's basically closing at the same level where it is. So yeah, interesting enough. It reacted from a good level. I wouldn't mind to see price going a little bit lower. I wouldn't mind to see that, but price in reality is reacting from a good level. So at this point I want to see maybe these levels being broken before any continuation. There's something in here that you can maybe pay attention to look for. I can actually delete this one. To look for more sales. So let's see how price is going to be playing around this level. NASDAQ is a little bit different. NASDAQ, I was actually waiting and seeing. I had this demand zone in here for quite a while, for actually a long time. It was a level that I was looking for even before the CPI. I actually wanted to see this when we had this CPI back in November. I was already looking for price to go and reach this level before the move to the upside. It kind of decided to stop before reaching that level. It went up, and now you can use this high to attract buyers, right? We even created a double top in the first moment, but I was already looking and targeting this level, and from here price can actually maybe reverse and start this move to the upside. If price does break below this level, we get close to the lower lows of the year, and I'm not really sure if there's anything in here that can actually hold price that much. There's maybe something in here exactly at the lower lows, but I think if you do get closer to these lower lows, I'm expecting maybe new lows before any reversal. But for now, this level, it was important. Looking in here, we have this strong move to the downside. we have this first initial supply, and after this is when the compression starts. Like it's when all this compression. So this is kind of the extreme of this compression, exactly all the way where price went to. Maybe if we look at a different time frame, this may look like an engulf to the upside. Yep. For example, on this 4 hour, maybe even daily, it may look like an engulf to the upside. Yeah, on the daily it actually looks like it because it just broke this high. And we had this kind of level was respecting all this respecting pricing here, and we managed to basically break above that level and maybe create an engulf to the upside. I'm mentioning that price may want to go higher. Natural destination for price to go after this, and you can see as well how we had actually broken, similar to the scenario that I just mentioned on the dollar yen. We had just broken the lows, kind of mentioning the intention to go down, at least kind of towards the next level. But before that, we actually go all the way. We kind of fake out all these highs, even kind of fake out that level. We already saw where it reacted to on the 1 hour time frame, so that's why also it's important to change time frames. You have more information when you start going into the lower time frames, that it's not visible on this daily time frame, which is nice because I like actually to target highs on the daily or weekly time frame, but then into a key level that is just visible on the lower time frame. And this is like what happened here. But on the other hand, on the daily, this can actually be an engulf to the upside. So we had an engulf to the downside, and then it becomes a fake out in here of these highs. But in the long term, this can actually work as an engulf to the upside. Now that finally price reached, it's the destination, like the origin of this move up. It's from where some had these lows, but then it's from where some here. These lows, as I mean, this level, as I mentioned, never really reached there. What's going on? Why am I? So yes, this level, paying attention to see how price reacts from here, we may start having this move upwards. So it's going to be interesting to see if you break above this high, you start actually breaking above some levels. We may have a turn to the upside on the NASDAQ. I could see that happening. I could see the scenario where we have some move to the upside in here, but there are still key levels to break through, and this is one of the supplies. This supply has been taken all the way until there. Of course, we have yeah, I think that can happen actually. Let's break it. Lower time frame, we did retrace yesterday. It was actually quite nice. Price just went all the way back to react from this level. There's maybe something still in here if price by any chance wants to go down one more time. If kind of price wants to break those highs and wants to do something like this, that can happen. For now, this level as well, it's important. So yeah, looking to see how price is going to behave somewhere in there. Because we had broken out this level, price didn't really reach this final destination here. So yeah, looking for longs on the retrace could be an option, and I like where price is reacting in here. So we can have that that turning point. So again, let's see how price is going to open in the new year. Dow Jones. Dow Jones. We are in this range. Yeah, on this one is kind of a little bit different. I would actually like to see price kind of filling out this range in here before any major turn to the upside. So I would like that. Why is this deleting? Okay, it's working. So we need more move to the downside in here, but if there's that move to the downside, maybe the NASDAQ is going to go down as well. So we'll see. But yes, on the Dow Jones, I would actually like to see price going a little bit further down, maybe getting closer to this level, or even kind of reacting from here before any move up. There are some levels in here that price can go retest and continue to move to downside. Maybe that can occur before even reaching this level. So yeah, let's see. At this point, I think even if price gets closer to the highs, I would like to still see price going down regardless in here. So that's what I'm looking in there. The DAX, again, we have been predicting all this for the last few months, last month or so. Price reacted from this high, it went down all the way to the demand, so at this point it's in this range. I do like where price is reacting from here, so I don't even mind to see price continue to go down. We can create this mid range in here. This could be an option. Price could go down, break below this level, maybe giving indication that it wants to go further down, and then it could then retrace, kind of still go something like this, and I'll use these highs to fake out, eventually getting closer to this level before continuing to move to the downside. Right, I want to see on the approach if it's about to happen. I would like to see already these lows breaking something in there, and then eventually get there and have the move to the downside. So if you do break below this level, it's something that I'll be paying attention to. I think it's going to open doors to see price going much further down. This level is already broken in here, so eventually price can even go below this low and maybe going all the way and target below this low in here, maybe. Yep, maybe going all the way until here. So let's see what the DAX is going to do. If it breaks below this level, I think that can happen. You can actually retrace first. If you still with these levels, this zone in here behind, we have this price, and price can go there in the future and go down. For now, we kind of have this supply still in there. Price can actually go. Price can actually still go here, go down, kind of start cleaning every single zone in there, and break this level and do what I mentioned. That's going to be interesting on the DAX. So that's for the DAX. Again, targeting, if price does want to go even higher than this, eventually I'm looking for price to go above this double top in there and going maybe all the way until there. But for now, it's a good level where price is reacting from. That's it for the indices. We can go to the major FX in here. All right, so euro dollar, right? So Faden mentioned that he was looking for buying 0.626. Yep, I don't even need to mention too much, but I think it's somewhere in here. Yep, somewhere in there. Yeah, that was. Yeah, that's what you do, right? First level to stood out to me as well in terms of looking for longs. Don't really like anything in here. Yes, something in here could be an option, and price can even eventually go all the way back and go maybe close there. So yeah, something in here could be definitely an option. It's kind of still fresh. None of these highs, none of these was kind of went there. So yep, I would kind of tend to agree with you. Yeah, now what are we having in here, right? So yes, we do spend all this time within this range, kind of reacting from this kind of SR zone. Price, I don't think we reached the kind of the demand zone. Even if you look at the 4-hour time frame, it's kind of still space to go there. So eventually we're going to turn there. A level in here on the euro that I was looking for. Again, in terms of all these weeks or spikes that we have, if I was even considering looking for any sell still above or price to still respect this level, it would be maybe above this week and kind of retesting that level. Initially price reacted a little bit from here yesterday, so it was a good level. Price went down, but of course it still continued to go higher. So somewhere in here around 1.0717 can be an option. Somewhere in there, how this looks a little bit compressed, even though maybe a little bit above that level. And yeah, I'm not really sure what's happening here. Maybe on the tick chart or 10 seconds chart, you can maybe find out some level. But eventually we can indeed break above this high. We can do that. Like looking at the bigger picture, I don't like at all the way price kind of spent so much time in here, and we have this big spike in here. I could see maybe a new high before maybe the turn. So yeah, I'm going to pay attention on Monday to see how price is going to open around this level. It was close to that level in there and didn't really reach it. We have now all these barriers in here to hold price. We have such a strong compression now that eventually when you do turn, again expecting maybe a strong move to the downside. So, and I think we can see maybe that happening already next week. We're going to have NFP right on Friday. I haven't really looked at the calendar to see if there's any starting to have any kind of news next week. But yes, let's just take a look at where this high is reacting from on the left side to see if there's anything a little bit above. So price has been reacting from here. The extreme of that supply, there's maybe still something above it that price can go to, and that can occur the fake out, right? That can maybe where the fake out of that high that we created, maybe that's where price may want to go to. So this was a good level, even on the, I think even on the 4-hour time frame, it was a good level. It was a good level as well on the monthly, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in there. And that's why I actually like where the euro is reacting, because it's even such a higher time frame level. Where are we again? We are here. But yes, now looking into here, so price has been reacting in here. There's maybe still a chance to go a little bit more too close to the extreme. Like in this case, we actually broke below in here. We managed to go a little bit higher. This is kind of the moment where price makes the decision that either kind of continues to go higher and kind of creates new high, or actually makes the decision to, okay, I'm over kind of bought in this scenario. I'm too expensive. I'm actually going to go down. So there's some decision in here, and actually I can even draw some kind of rectangle. Somewhere in here is maybe where price may wants to go to before a final turn. And now that I'm actually paying attention to this level, I actually like it, and I'm going to be paying attention to it. And maybe in this case, yes, I'm going to be maybe looking for a fake out of the high that we created and looking for price to get closer to this level, starting from 107.532. Wait, then are you still there? Do you like this level? What's your opinion on the in here? So price went all the way back in here with respect to this that supply. It looks amazing, right? Yeah. It kind of fake out this high, but reacted exactly from the supply level. So overall, I actually like the level, and yeah, I'm definitely been paying attention to it. Maybe even somewhere a little bit in here. So it's somewhere around this level. Okay, faking out. Yep, I can see that price is really respecting, but from kind of a middle zone in there, not really from the extreme. So I'll be definitely paying attention to it. To see even maybe somewhere in there's a chance it can price go a little bit in here. So it's somewhere around this level. We are talking about how this is. Okay, still a 19 pips level. You can maybe fine tune, start finding in tune a way to do it as well. Just pay attention how price is approaching the level. You don't really need to place a sell limit if you don't want. Just wait to see how price reacts on the level, and if you see a good reaction, then it's the moment to be aggressive and to start taking advantage of the move. But yeah, it's going to be a level that we're looking for. Yeah, you saw it minutes ago, right? Yeah. Man, I can't trust you, man. I think eventually we can just kind of start trading each other's levels blindly, which is nice. It's a nice thing to do. Yeah. Yep. So we are, if we fake out this high all the way till there, it's around 15, yeah, 16 pips, 16, 17 pips distance. That's maybe enough to collect maybe the maybe stop losses from everyone in here. Let's pretend that actually price now kind of pauses in here, right? Actually, this would be nice to do, making it look like we are actually kind of creating a double top in here, just to attract even more sellers into it. And yes, it's a 17 pip distance for a stop loss. It's something that traders do, right? You hear them, maybe 1 ETR, maybe 10 to 15 pips stop loss above the highs, especially if you are trading in a higher time frame. So yeah, there's going to be plenty of liquidity, even if we pretend that this looks like a double top, just for that price maybe to spike there and turn. Or maybe it's just going to literally open on Monday, go all the way back up, and then we start trading. We start moving to the downside. This level in here with this high, this 10736, something like that. This can still work quite nicely, but in the future, right? Maybe waiting for price to maybe fake out this level, and somewhere in here, in alignment with this high, there can be some good opportunity to trade from, right? Eventually you are going to create some kind of demand in here just before the break of this level. So what you want to see, or what I would like to see, is eventually maybe price respect a little bit the demand, and from here price either makes a decision to go and create a new high, or is going to kind of make some kind of decision and now break below, and this is the key level that you want to try to catch. Yeah, maybe under test now price can turn. So it's going to be that kind of decision when price is in between two ranges, two levels, two important levels, and there you go, the turn to the downside, breaking this key level, and there you go, and most likely you are ready to go and maybe feel finally out this range in here. Yeah, maybe this level can be interesting or not, depends on where price is coming from as well. That level that we started with is 106.26 or something like that we talked about. Yeah, depending on where price is coming from, because eventually I would definitely like to see actually all this being taken and price going below, targeting that level. Yeah, so yeah, this could be maybe coincides as well with the dollar index finding that level of support, or maybe some kind of demand to move price to the upside. So there you go, my first prediction for the euro for the beginning of the year, and I'm going to be looking forward to this to maybe happen. Again, it may occur maybe Friday, maybe beginning of the week we have the high being created, maybe then Wednesday, Thursday price kind of moves away. Again, I haven't really seen the calendar. I don't know if there's any big news event happening Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday, but then for sure it's going to be the first Friday of the year, so you're going to have an FP next Friday, so maybe on next Friday that's when you have maybe the final retracement in here for price to drop. That may occur. So yeah, we will see. Maybe we're going to finally have maybe bad news in the NFP, and there you go, maybe dollar. Yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. Yep, so we'll see, but I like this scenario. I like this scenario on the euro. Pound, what are you doing with pound? Pound is an interesting one. Has been respecting all these lows in here, finding a really strong level of support in there. Again, personally, I'm still looking for price to go a little bit lower. So at this point, we are for sure so many stop losses just below this level. this was one of the key levels that I think we talked about last week, somewhere in here, that we mentioned. But it's actually first reacted a little bit underneath that level, and then it smashed into it. It just reacted quite nicely in there. We start having this range similar to the euro. Maybe we are going to have actually opposite to the euro. Actually, like still a few levels in here to find a pound, maybe to go there and to look for sales. Maybe this level, maybe that level, and to look for it. Even at the base of this one, if price does go a little bit more into this level, I want to see this being taken and actually price to go above this level. And you can see the type of behavior that we have in here, right? It's a complete different behavior from what we have on the euro. Euro was kind of ranging in this horizontal line, and then of course eventually kind of maybe break above, and you may take the high. The high was just a spike in there. Pound is doing something different, right? Pound is actually kind of moving away from it. Actually, it looks like it's starting this kind of bearish momentum. So why not just go up again? Now kind of take out these guys from here, and you can turn after that. Looking left, it reacted from the base of this. I still have an eye on that next level in there. Of course, this is the ultimate extreme of that level, but for now, between around 124.855, somewhere in there, that could happen still. But I still like some levels in here at this size, so I'm totally okay in looking for sales somewhere in here. Eventually, when price gets there. Question mark is price going to react from here and go up already, or is going to still kind of make a final move down and maybe go closer to this level and then going up. Looking at the bigger picture, let's just take a look at the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, this level is still fresh in there. Is this okay? We definitely took that level. This is still fresh. Price is kind of bouncing a little bit, and eventually we can go all the way. There. But this is an important zone that price literally needs to break before anything else. And yeah, price can literally just do that and go up from here. There's still this level as well below these walls. Oh yeah, so let's pay attention to what pound is going to do. Yeah, overall to pound, right? Yeah, does it want to keep trading within this range, or are you going to kind of fake out a little bit, maybe go? We have this demand zone. That price never really reacted from it, or somewhere in there. Yeah, price reacted from this level in here, which is okay. But yes, maybe we can take it. I think this was another level that we talked about last week, somewhere in here, 21689. But again, now this starts to look, as I mentioned, super compressed. This was on, yeah, the last supply that created this whirlpool. Price reacted from there, it kind of taken already. Then we created this one that is already taken in here. So there you go. Lot of range in here. So overall, I would like definitely to see price going above this level. Yeah, and even eventually above this level as well, in there or there. So yeah, for the pound, more things to look at. Pound yen, we can start with the yen pairs, right? Yen pairs have been definitely one of the best ones this last week or so. As I mentioned, when I saw price reacting from this low, we actually had a level in there on our time frame when we created, and we have a double low in here, right? Personally, even looking at weekly or like a month or something like that, I never really liked the level. It's definitely a low in here, and I think it will just work to attract more buyers into it until eventually we break below it, and maybe some reaction from here. 129,753, or we can even maybe break below that level and retest and go closer to this level in here. Yeah, 126, 127, something like that, going closer to that level. We have these levels of structure in here, but yes, what I want to see first of all is the break of this low, price kind of just a natural move. Yeah, created that double low. All this compression I mentioned last week, that we had all this strong compression, and eventually you would have the opposite move. And again, it's a move that lasts almost 10 days to be completed, and then in 2 days it's kind of the same distance is covered. Such a basic move, right? Just to test of this previous level of support. Find the area move, and it just moved to the downside. Yeah, personally, I would like to see these lows being broken. Yeah, make it look like it's working. Maybe retest that level, create new lows, and then you can start looking for the reversal. Maybe somewhere in there, as I mentioned, maybe somewhere in here could be an option. keep the low until we can say 132. What is 132? Let me see 132. Is it in here? Must be looking at something in the lower time frame. We actually had that level, price didn't really reach there. Yeah, 132 must be somewhere in there, even above these wicks. Yeah, somewhere above this level for sure. Yeah, somewhere in here. Let me see. This level for sure. This is what you are looking for. Yeah, 132. Yeah. Yeah, price respected this level. Yeah, never really got there. Yeah, something in here could be an option. This compressed. We have this demand zone. We have all this level. Yep, this level looks nice. Just one thing in here is that we never really got close to this level as well. So yeah, maybe reacting from here, respecting. Yeah, why not? Why not making look like we have this demand in here now? Why not kind of maybe respecting this level, making it look like it's a triple bottom in there, that it's holding, go a little bit higher, and then finally take the lows. Yeah, could be a scenario. Yeah, could be a scenario, or even maybe first take the lows, go up, go there, take the lows again, and then finally turn. Yeah, just a small move down, up, and then go down. Yeah, but this one, again, when you see this type of compressions, it's about being patient. It's about trying to find out when actually you have that turn occurring. And when you do have that, yeah, holding, that's when you maybe find a great opportunity with momentum, right? Like, because again, if you buy here, you go through all this trouble, all these moves up and down, and so on and so forth. But if you actually manage kind of to sell in there, or maybe sell in here, that's it. Its price always moving in the other direction without without any concern. So yeah, all the end pairs are basically, or most of them, good move. A little bit different in here on euro yen. Actually, kind of like where price is reacting. Didn't really react from anything in there. There is the money in there that kind of it was left behind, but then price just broke through, reacting from this level. But again, strong compression on the way up. Eventually, you have that turn, and we have the move. And we have the move down, and maybe even targeting all the way until here could be an option on the euro yen. So nice move. Pound yen, it was a similar one with even more confirmation. So we had broken these lows. This was a clear engulf to the downside. Price went all the way up. It targeted this high. It reversed again. Strong compression in here. Eventually turned, and there you go. Strong move to downside, it will be the target, at least maybe getting closer to this level. There's even the potential to go a little bit farther down, but at least close to the next level, right? From these lows all the way until here, there's maybe a little bit of that space to look for it. So yeah, that's where doing higher time frame analysis can be important, because you find those engulfs, and this alone becomes one of the best setups to look for. It has a bias as well on the higher time frame. Then it has a good approach. We have this compression already, basically every single demand being taken on the way up, and you can see where actually price reacted to. There is this decision in here that this high never really got closer in there, and there you go. That's a kind of where price reacted from. If you go into the lower time frame into 1 minute, you'll see exactly the level in there where price reacted from. This is the thing you're looking for, right? So let me just take a look at the yen that you're mentioning. Take a look at the yen 4 hour, that high. Which one? Exactly tag the open to the left. Which high? The high before the turn? You're talking about 4 hour. Are you talking about this one? Kind of this high tag this one? Is that what you're mentioning? 13232 132 132. Just go there. 13232. You mean okay, you mean this today's high? Yesterday's high, sorry. Target exactly this level. Yeah. Yeah. Second. Yeah, man, the openings, they kind of matter. Yeah, exactly there. Back in yeah, 23rd of December, right? Last Friday. Yep, nice tag. Yeah, I like it. I like it as well. And aside from that, even if you have then a kind of starting having good demand zones in there, and you even have another touch. So that touch, it was not just even touch in here, it was even touched in here as well, right? In alignment with this good demand, it's the opening with the demand zone. During the Asian session, we kind of create that level. Price still goes there one time, goes away, then breaks it, and then goes there again. Yeah, yeah. I like it. I like maybe that. I like the wicks, right? Especially when they are kind of those small wicks. And usually the wicks, they're kind of the opening of the candles. For some reason, I really like them. Yep. It's a key level to keep an eye on. Yeah. I like this level even to look for a long in here, because we have all these lows to kind of fake out, and we have this fresh demand. We have already good structure in here, and yeah, in here can also be looked for. Something that I'll be paying attention to is actually this, where we have the first pause in here. Last time we got there. Yeah, personally, I don't know if I would like to go a little bit higher in there, but this is there's a decision point in there. Like we have a little bit of momentum as well. So yeah, yep, really good level. And then there you go, and then it turned. And what do they do also first? They have this double low, kind of go below it, kind of start showing indication, then go higher, take the highs. Everyone that, when they see this low being taken, everyone's going to be selling in here. You can see that price still kind of reacted, but they'll be selling at these levels, and all of a sudden there's a break to the upside. Everyone's being stopped out. And you see the demand zone that I mentioned that is important to pay attention to, that is usually in alignment with this kind of level of structure that we just break through. Yeah, if this demand is broken afterwards, that kind of opens the door maybe for the reversal. And then yeah, price just goes back, retests the supply, and down it went. Right, just a good move. Just a good move to play with, right? And even if you are considering in between two levels, let's say this one or that one, after you see what's going on in here, you can try to attempt to sell at this one. So you can actually let price telling you what to do next. Yeah, the ones where people expect a gap fill and price reacts to a hidden level can be a good level. Yeah, I totally agree, right? And it goes a little bit with the conversation of what was the pair that we're looking at, the NASDAQ. I think it was NASDAQ, right? That on the higher time, on the daily, it kind of broke a high, but then actually if you go into the lower time frame, there's actually something in there to trade. I love those levels, but on the other hand, I'm still then considering that maybe the break of that higher time frame level, it may actually be maybe an engulf to the upside, but nevertheless, I'm going to be looking to trade. In the moment, I'm going to be looking for a short in there. And if it is a break of a kind of a fake out of a daily time frame, that can actually occur or originate a really big move to the downside, because maybe now from breaking these highs on the daily time frame, maybe you're looking for the next support resistance on the daily or demand on the daily. And if you are catching that trade on the, I don't know, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever it may be, you can actually have a massive trade, focusing on higher time frame levels, but entering on the lower time frame, which is perfect. So yeah, the yen pairs, pound yen, as I mentioned, was another one. This Aussie yen, it's kind of, even though it had a little bit more of a deep retracement, it was actually a nice reaction as well from the base of this, even though it had literally a little bit more of a deep retracement comparing with the other ones. Actually, this is a good example as well, kind of targeting this low. It was actually a good reaction. There's maybe more room to the downside, maybe targeting this level. But let's see what's next. I think one of the reasons maybe for deep retracement as well, it's because the Aussie actually was moving higher as well last week, and you can go to the Aussie now. Right, the Aussie, it has been moving upwards during this last week. Something that I mentioned, liking to see break of the lows on the way up. We are having that. We kind of broke out these lows in here. Again, personally, I'm still not sure if this was the key level. I would like to see price going a little bit lower, so I may consider this one as a move down. Again, just as I mentioned, even before that, we kind of break upwards, kind of moving again, kind of engulf up, and then we kind of broke the lows and we have the turn happening. Yes, price initially nice reaction from this level. As soon as you kind of broke above it, it's kind of indication that price wants to go higher, because this high never really reacted even from any level in here. So yes, looking for this one. Price actually is bouncing a little bit, but I think price can go actually a little bit higher on the Aussie. And if you continue to move in this strong compression, we are seeing that basically this demand has been taken. In this case, we actually broke below this low. All this in here has been compressed all the way there. So even this move down, that took that one, maybe something in here. Eventually, if you continue to move like this, maybe you're going to have some good turn and to move to the downside. So this is a good approach that I'm enjoying it. I already actually broke this low on the way up. It's another good sign. Price is reacting from here. There's maybe a chance that we can even slightly fake out this high and maybe get closer a little bit more to here, a little bit similar to the euro dollar. Nevertheless, there's maybe still something in here that actually can push price to the downside on the Aussie. So it's going to be a pair as well that I'm going to be looking at. Again, I would like to see price going a little bit higher, and this can go in alignment with dollar index going a little bit lower, with the euro maybe to go a little bit higher as well. But if you're just looking at the correlation between the dollar pairs, maybe that can happen. So it's something to pay attention to. But this level can be actually important, because we finally are at this supply level in here. So yeah, maybe expecting some kind of reaction here could occur. To be looking at. Nevertheless, that level in here, and if you go into lower time frame, maybe you can find, I can pinpoint some other key levels in there. So yeah, nice move. Maybe this demand is still a little bit fresh, because this was never really reacted from there. So eventually we can maybe have some reaction from here, and then maybe price can drop. Some reaction from this level, continue to go higher. Find that compression, find that break that you want to see. You can almost throw some kind of trend line in here, and yeah, maybe there's a potential for that sell that's going to give all this space. So something to keep an eye on as well. The Aussie. Euro Aussie, it's kind of doing the opposite, moving down, maybe getting closer to this level before the turn. We'll see. We are reacting from this level. Okay, I would prefer to see price going a little bit higher. I think I mentioned that already in the previous videos. We eventually have all these lows, that one. So let's see what this Euro Aussie is going to do. Not many predictions in there. Next one. Next one is going to be Euro Pound. You can look at Euro Pound for a moment. Euro Pound broke this high this week. It was one that I was following it as well. Strong move to the upside. Slightly fake out this level. Price still went upwards, and it took finally these highs. I don't know if price wants to go a little bit closer to that level first. We are starting to create all this range in here. Eventually we may go down. This demand now is still fresh. Eventually we may turn. This level as well kind of is still fresh as well. So yeah, maybe looking for price to get a little bit closer in there on the Euro Pound. CAD. To be honest with you, regarding CAD, I haven't really paid attention that much these last few weeks, since we had all these all this range in here, I'm not really paying way too much attention. I can see price going a little bit farther down, maybe to fill that space, maybe something in there. This supply has been taken last week. Price moved down. I don't really have a bias on the cut, to be honest. That level was good. Maybe price going a little bit higher above this size eventually can occur. We just broke this low. Yeah, so maybe targeting somewhere in there can be something to pay attention to. And then let's see how price behaves. How price behaves from there, or if it even wants to go a little bit more further down, all the way until until here. Maybe taking all this out together. So yeah, I haven't been looking for any setups on the card for the last couple of weeks. So I'm not really sure what to look at. We are predicting all this again. When price reacted from here, I was looking for price to go a little bit lower to actually react from this level and not exactly from that low. We decided to respect it. Yeah, we do have this level to pay attention to. We are creating this fake structure in there in the middle. Can maybe use it to create some liquidity and push price to the upside, maybe. So yeah, let's see what's going to happen in there. Dollar franc Swiss, it has been another one that again we were within this range. I mentioned this key supply level, a little bit similar to the supply on the dollar index, that I wanted to see if price would respect it or break it. Aside from that, we do have kind of all this little bit of this compression in here. Price managed to respect this level, so okay, no engulf up, but eventually I'm expecting to see some kind of move to the upside to fill maybe all this range, at least maybe going closer to this level, with the potential to go a little bit even higher to here. Now, I think I mentioned as well, I would like to see this low being taken. It's hard to find actually proper demand zone in here that can push price up. All this looks compressed almost, so price can kind of target all the way until there, eventually there. But yes, there's maybe something below this low that price could use and then turn. But yes, nothing that clear that could stand out to me. Okay, this is a level that I'm looking for. Even on the monthly time frame. Even on the monthly time frame. Okay, we have below these lows, so maybe something in there, but that's already maybe way too low. I don't like this candle. I don't like this at all. It's been so much time in here before finally moving to the upside. Here, finally moved. So yeah, let's see. But yes, I would like to see price going below this low. And let's see what's next. And let's see what's next on dollar franc Swiss. Again, bigger picture, I think, as I mentioned before, I really like where the highs reacted from. We had all this structure. I really like it. There's a chance that eventually we can break below something and maybe have a deep retracement all the way until there, or at least go close to this level, maybe kind of pretend that it's working, and then maybe just fake out that level and maybe resume the move to the downside. This can also occur maybe into this structure in here that is kind of left behind. So that can also occur, and I wouldn't mind at all to see that happening. Then maybe resume the move. So kind of breaking into this compression level below this low, reversing, going all the way back there, feel this compression, go close in here, and then maybe resume the move, leaving this level maybe for the future. But personally, in the higher time frame, really big picture, I really like where all this move occurred in there, and I could see actually this low, it may be at already an engulf to downside. We have all this compression maybe this demand in here. Now I wouldn't mind at all to see during next year, during next few months, maybe to see dollar franc Swiss eventually to get closer to this level. If this was a 5-minute time frame chart, 15 minutes, I think I'll be looking for to target somewhere in there. Of course, this is a daily, super zoomed out. We can't even see 2014 in there. So this may take a few months to complete. We'll see what kind of move is going to occur on the dollar franc Swiss. Yeah. What else? I think that's it. Gold. What had a really strong move to the upside last Tuesday. It was another level that I talked about. So I didn't really like where kind of these highs were reacting to on the left side. Everything seems compressed on the weekly. This level looks like it was a little bit fresh. It's kind of where the spike kind of reacted from. As I mentioned, I didn't really like anything in here. Went a little bit above this high, which is can be a good level, and apparently it was. We have this strong compression on the way up. We already broke a little bit this low, but we are reacting basically from the next month straight away. So eventually we can indeed break somewhere in here and kind of feel this level. Even maybe targeting something in here to then maybe continue to move to the upside, or even go all the way back in here. But at least this low, I think this low is 1766, something like that. Eventually could turn like that, but let's see if this is ready to turn or not. If gold wants to go maybe a little bit higher. Again, even though on the week we kind of had that level, I'm not the biggest fan of anything that we have in there. I could see price even targeting this high, going above this high, or even above that level, finding something in here before maybe turning. We are indeed creating this strong compression to the upside, just the same way that kind of we created this strong compression to the downside. So yeah, I wouldn't mind at all to see some kind of move to the downside in here, going all the way back to this level, taking these lows, and maybe then resume the move upwards on gold. Yeah, oil, can even look at oil as well a little bit. There you go, oil is actually kind of managed to go through, yeah, targeting this high. We have even still this supply in here, so it's another level to look for. Oil, it was one that actually played out quite nicely with the prediction that we have been doing even since the beginning of the year, right? It's not I may start trading oil, to be honest. I don't really trade it, but it's so different from everyone else, from any other assets, even in terms of correlation. It has its own setups occurring, and it moves quite nicely. Yeah, all this moving here. We had that double top. Basically, since you saw that double top occurring, and especially after the break of this one as well, I always targeted. I wanted to see how this compression being filled. Initially targeting this low, price actually reacted quite nicely in there as well. But of course, this was the kind of the origin of this move to the upside. So it was a natural move to eventually look for as a target. Like again, if this is a 5 minutes, 15 minutes time frame, I think most of you will be definitely looking for targeting this level, and even maybe looking for a long opportunity when eventually price would get close to this demand zone in there. Yeah, this is not exactly some kind of level of structure. This was the other one. Eventually you had a little bit of this one, price reacted quite nicely, but yes, this is definitely a demand zone. Below a little bit, this level is compressed, so we will see. But for now, this level, it is important. You can even break above a little bit, can even retest that level, going a little bit further down, then go up and start targeting maybe this level again. Yeah, for example, even when we were somewhere in here, we haven't really reached the final target, and retesting this level, it was quite nice, reacting from this supply level to look for a short. Yeah, maybe targeting a little bit in here. I do like this level, this 84, around $84. Can be interesting. Price reacted initially from this level, now can go and maybe fake out all these highs going into there. But yes, oil actually moves quite interestingly. We broke this low. This can be seen maybe as an engulf down. Let's see how price can behave from somewhere in here, because maybe there's a potential to go a little bit further down, somewhere in there. Eventually even take all these and react from here. If I didn't mention gold, let's see gold. Gold, they are targeting 1810. 1810. Where is 1810? Somewhere in here. Yeah, right. So we have a little bit of this compression. Yeah, definitely this level kind of is left behind. Even though. Yeah. Yeah, could be eventually kind of taking these ones. Price reacted quite nicely from this level. Gold in here on the upside. On the upside, we may have price can target this high. And go, oops. Go somewhere in there. Yeah, price can maybe target something in here. Just above this high, maybe before a turn to the downside. Maybe some reaction in here first. If then wants to go a little bit deeper, can go. But maybe some reaction from here first. And yeah, maybe from there, it could... Did price already went there? No, it didn't. 110. Yeah, maybe even this level in here, which is 1808. So I've struggled a little bit to find these levels in the middle. Struggle a little bit. Now fake out this low again. Kind of took too low. It's behaving. It's moving quite nicely in the compression level. But yeah, maybe targeting that level, go down. Maybe even first, of course, is maybe this level in here to pay attention to. 1816. But yeah, targeting somewhere in there. Actually, I like this level as well. It's 1808. And this is 1010, right? $110.50 exactly. Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah. So let's see what's next for gold. But again, I'm not the biggest fan of whatever is going on in here. Price already reacted from there. I can even maybe move this one a little bit higher. Maybe price can react from there. Almost all this looks compressed to me. Price now is already reacted from there. We have maybe this level above it. Maybe something in there to look for. Look for a reaction. Yeah, if you do break above this level, I'm definitely expecting price to go and fill this level and maybe targeting something in there. So keeping an eye still on this one. 1836. So yeah, so let's see. let's see. Basically, that's it actually. Yeah, WTI, okay. Then just a little bit of crypto. What's going on with these guys? It's another one that I haven't been paying that much attention into it. It's a lot of spikes. It's been a lot of spikes recently. Looking for target, maybe somewhere in there on Ethereum. We broke below this low. We could go there maybe then before turning to the upside. Yeah, kind of target this level in there after breaking these highs. Yeah, personally, I would even like to see actually how this was being taken and price going maybe a little bit closer next to the next, yeah, going to the next level. But for now, we have all these lows, maybe targeting something in here, and then moving upwards. All this has been taken. This was another level that we talked about, kind of faking out of these highs into that supply that is visible in there on the 1 time frame. Oh, this looks compressed a little bit. Oh, in there. So yeah, I would like to target a little bit more. I would like for price to go over in there. BTC, this is the 5 minutes time frame. Oh yeah, on BTC it's actually the level that I mentioned, not the Ethereum in here. BTC, it respected this supply, it respected the next one. This is okay. This is a good level where price reacted from. So in that sense, it's not bad. Price reacted from something in here. Now we have this key level. There's maybe something underneath as well. Yeah, it's so many spikes. Jeez, it's been crazy. It has been crazy. I really like where price reacted from here. What to expect next year for crypto? Maybe continuation to move to downside. Looking at the bigger picture, we are reacting from this one, which can be a good level. Which can actually be a good level. It's literally kind of the base of this one. But yeah, maybe targeting this low could be a little bit farther down. This still looks a little bit kind of indecised in there. Yeah, we'll see. We have this kind of double low. We still have this money in here. It's a zone that I would actually like to see price going to before the move to the upside. Maybe getting closer in there. So let's see. Yeah, I haven't really following crypto that much recently either. Don't really like the moves. And that's it. Yeah, 108 and on gold. Guys, thank you. It has been a great experience to creating content and to go live. It was a big decision for me back in May when I started with these live streams. Something that I literally step out of my comfort zone to do that. I don't regret it. I actually enjoy it. I'm learning a lot as well by kind of expressing my thoughts and try to explain how I look at it. Hopefully the channel is going to grow next year. I like the interactions we have. So yeah, if having people, if just a couple of people watching it, but if the interactions are as good as this, I don't mind at all. Maybe I prefer than having maybe 50 people watching and there's just trollers around. But I think I will be able to filter out and just people that actually has some credibility, that actually is looking at trading in a good way, actually to learn, to share, and to grow together. Maybe those are the ones that's going to stick with the channel. So yeah, Faden, thank you for being part of it, and so many others that I know that you guys watch. Yeah, looking forward for 2023. I'm going to try to start creating highlights of the stream. I know that would benefit a lot as well, other people to watch those highlights, and maybe the channel would grow like that. Yeah, 2023, the topic of my year, and I try to also always give a theme to the year. My year is going to be scalability. That's what I want to do in 2023. Regarding trading, regarding the YouTube channel, regarding some other projects that I'm looking to be part of. Scalability. Help traders to scale, and help my own accounts as well to scale. So scalability is going to be the theme of my next year. I'm going to be working towards that. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. Happy New Year to everyone. I wish all the best. And yeah, hopefully you're going to keep growing together. Thank you. Enjoy your night. Have a good one. Celebrate with your friends, with your family, and yeah, be confident for next year. But again, focus on the routine, focus on having a good process and a good system on a daily basis. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bom ano. Obrigado.